In the previous video, I explained what testosterone is, what effects it has on men. Today, I will tell you about 5 habits that are killing your testosterone and why low testosterone is dangerous. Habit number 1: sleep deprivation. Sleep is one of key process for maintaining hormonal balance, including testosterone production. Poor quality sleep or lack of sleep directly lowers testosterone levels and disrupts many other hormonal functions. The main production of testosterone happens during deep sleep, with the biggest release occurring in the first 3-4 hours after falling asleep. So, if your sleep is short or constantly interrupted, your body won't reach those critical phase and testosterone synthesis will drop. Studies show that just 1 week of sleep reduction, 5 to 6 hours instead of the recommended 7 to 9, can reduce testosterone by 10-15%. So, how do we fix sleep? First, optimize it. Aim for 7-9 hours of quality sleep. Go to bed before 11 p.m. to catch the peak of testosterone production. Stick to consistent sleep and wake times because regularity synchronizes your circadian rhythms. Next, prepare your body for sleep. Avoid eating heavy meals within 3 hours of bedtime, since digestion interferes with deep sleep. Ideally, you should go to bed slightly hungry. I personally recommend taking magnesium about 30 minutes before sleep. Magnesium is a supplement that almost everyone benefits from and will discuss in the detail in another video. And more tip: avoid screens 1-2 hours before bed. The blue light from device blocks melatonin production. At the very least, use night mode or switch your phone to black and white mode. Amber lens glasses can also help reduce blue light exposure. By fixing your sleep, you fix one of the most critical foundation of your testosterone levels. Habit number 2: alcohol and sugar. I think everyone already knows that alcohol has been studied inside and out. Some studies even suggest alcohol addiction can be more difficult to overcome than cocaine addiction. Here's why. Cocaine mainly affects dopamine and certain neurons, leading to psychological problems such as depression, paranoia, and psychosis. Alcohol, on the other hand, acts in more complex way. It not only boosts dopamine, but also heavily impact GABA and glutamate. Over time, your brain adapts to this outside regulator. When you stop drinking, the brain, now unable to balance these systems by itself, falls into a state hyper-excitation. That's what causes withdrawal symptoms like tremors, rapid heartbeat, and seizures. Now let's talk about sugar. Sugar creates addiction on a behavioral level, using the same brain rewards pathways as the drugs, though less intensely. The main danger isn't intoxication, but the systematic harms it does when constant exhibition over long periods. Back to our topic. Ethanol, alcohol, and its toxic byproduct acetaldehyde suppress neurons in the hypothalamus, which lowers the release of gonadotropin release hormone. In simple terms, alcohol disrupts the brain signals, so the body either partly or completely stops production testosterone. On top of that, alcohol activities enzymes in the liver and fat tissues convert testosterone into estradiol, a female hormone. And finally, alcohol raises cortisol levels, the catabolic hormone that directly opposes testosterone. Simply by high cortisol, low testosterone. As for sugar, the hormonal consequences go far beyond just weight gain. Chronically high blood sugar and insulin lower the production of sex hormone blind globulin, SHBG, in the liver, which means less testosterone and more estradiol in circulation. On top of that, too much artificial fructose, common in sweeteners, disrupts leptin, the hormone that tells your brain you're full. When leptin resistance develops, weight gain accelerates and testosterone drop even more. Now imagine combining alcohol and sugar. Say drinking a pina colada, here's what happens. First, alcohol blocks glucose production in the liver. Second, the liver busy detoxing ethanol can't properly regulate blood sugar. Third, the pineapple juice loaded with sugar causes a big spike in insulin. Fourth, together this leads to maximum conversion of testosterone into estrogen. What can I recommend it? Eliminate alcohol completely. Cut sugar drastically. No sodas, no packet juice, no sweet coffee drinks. Improve your insulin sensitivity with strength training 2-3 times per week. Supplement with magnesium as mentioned earlier and consider adding omega-3. Habit number 3. Excess weight. Excess body fat is one of the strongest factors that lowers testosterone in men. Countless studies confirm this. Fat tissue contains an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Estrogen itself promotes fat storage in the female pattern. This creates a vicious cycle. More fat, more aromatase, more estrogen, ever more fat. In other words, the more fat you have, the less testosterone and the more female hormones your body produces. On top of that, excess weight reduces insulin sensitivity. This lowers SIGBG production in the liver, which means testosterone drops even further while estradiol increases. Among both men, low testosterone rates can reach 30–50%, depending on age and severity of obesity. The good news? Losing just 5–10% of body weight significantly increases testosterone, reduces estradiol, and raises HBG. That's why fat isn't just storage in an active endocrine organ. This works against your masculinity every single day. Habit number 4. Chronic stress. Stress is in many ways the number one thief of male power. During stress, your adrenal glands pump out cortisol. Cortisol literally burns through your testosterone, drains your energy, and robs you of sleep. While under constant stress, your body switches into survival mode instead of growth mode. As we already covered, most testosterone is made at night during deep sleep. But stress makes it harder to fall asleep and reduce the quality of sleep. That means fewer deep sleep cycles and less testosterone. Constant stress also activates the sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight mode. When this mode stays activated, your body shuts down anabolic process. Cortisol directly interferes with the cells that make testosterone and disrupts the enzyme pathways needed to produce androgens. Over time, stress pushes you toward sugar, alcohol, poor sleep, and weight gain, creating a destructive cycle. More fat, more aromatase, more estrogen, less testosterone. So, what can you do? If you feel stress rising, try calming breathing technique. Go for a 20–30 minutes walk, ideally outside in daylight. This harmonizes your circadian rhythms and boosts mood. Even something as simple as a cold shower lowers cortisol and helps recovery. And please, don't reach for alcohol and sugar. Give your body at least 48 hours without them to reset. If stress has already built up, start rebuilding your sleep schedule and strength training, eat enough protein and healthy fats. Practice meditation or other simple anti-stress activities. And more importantly, man, don't suffer in silence. Social support is vital. Talk to your family, friends, or someone who can truly help you. Remember, asking for help is not weakness. Weakness is destroying yourself by refusing to change. I also recommended supplementing with vitamin D, zinc, omega-3, magnesium, and ashwagandha. But please never start testosterone replacement therapy without medical supervision. It may give short-term results, but in the long run it almost completely shuts down your body's natural production. Habit number 5. Sedentary lifestyle. A sedentary lifestyle is something 18–19 of modern men face. It's independent factor that lowers testosterone. The main reason is lack regular muscle activity, which reduces insulin sensitivity in muscle tissue. Sitting for long hours also often leads to vitamin D deficiency, irregular sleep schedules, and exposure to blue light at night, all of which you already know by now reduce testosterone. What's the solution? Regular strength training, daily walking, and simple change like walking while standing, taking short walking breaks, or using the stairs instead of the elevator. Even these small adjectives can positively impact your metabolism and keep your testosterone at healthy levels. While low testosterone is dangerous for men, low testosterone isn't just about bad mood or low libido. It's a systematic endocrine disorder that affects almost every organ in the man's body. The most common conditions linked to low testosterone include types 2 diabetes, obesity, muscle loss, depression, fatigue, infertility. And that's only scratching the surface. Low testosterone is not a normal part of aging. It's a serious medical condition that damages metabolic, cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, and mental health, and ultimately shortens life expectancy. I think this is a good place to stop for today. If you found this helpful, subscribe to my Telegram channel. It will be a world of knowledge every man can use. If you have questions or suggestions for future topics, leave them in comments. This is only the beginning. See you in the next video.